Hi guys, welcome back. My hair is an absolute mess, but you know what? It's all good. It's fine. It's great. Um, Welcome back to this corner of Crochet Life. I am currently making a shawl, and I'm trying to explain it to you guys because it might make sense, it might not. So I have never seen Outlanders, and here's where I'm going with this. I've never seen Outlanders. I want to watch Outlanders. I've made shawls before, but I didn't know the full grasp and the concept of shawls in general. And I'm pretty new. I've made shawls. I've kept one that I love. It's just not big enough. And then the reason why I found this out was because I was watching different ways of how to pin them. And I couldn't get them to pin right. I couldn't get the shawl pins to not pull and get the fabric, the yarn caught in between. And it was a headache, and it's I have texture issues, but it's not bad, but I want to be able to I think it's pretty common. You want to be able to tie it or do something with it where it's not going to come undone. It's not going to pull. You know what I'm saying? I'm a mom. I live. I drive. I have kids. I have a home. I have, you know what I'm saying? I have all these different things that I have to do. And I don't want something that's constantly move or twist. And I love the elegance of it. And I'm getting deep into this. But, I was looking up vintage shawls and things, and I found, first, I already knew about the Vintage Crochet channel, Mystery Crochet. I love her channel. And I also know about Opal? I think her name's Opal. And I've known about her channel, but I looked up and I saw where she made a crochet version of the she made the crochet version of the Outlander shawl. And as I was working it up, I realized that this point in the middle was getting a lot longer than this point on the the arm span. And I realized by the time that, after doing some research, to have one that is long enough that you can you put it on your back, right, and then you cross them over and you bring them in the back and you tie them. It needs to be between 70 and 80 inches. Yay. And I just realized this end, it would get way too long. Way too long. I don't know. Okay. So I decided to take her pattern that Opal did. She used a size 3 weight. I'm using a size 4 worsted weight. And I am using a size 8 millimeter hook. Okay. And I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Will I keep this one? I don't know. Maybe not. If I do keep this one, I have to get rid of one of my other projects that I made in this yarn. Because that would be that I have 3 wearables in this. And it's too much. Okay. So I'm working on that one. And then what I did was, I want to do a tutorial for you guys. And we'll sit here and crochet too. But I want to do a tutorial for you guys on taking a pattern and making it not so long, but more width, right? So I was playing around, seeing what I could find, and then I took Opal's pattern for the Outlander Claire shawl. And in that video, the way that she did the shawl was she put a belt around it like she did, but what I was seeing was, like I said, I've never seen Outlander, so I can't tell you what season or anything like that, an episode, but what I saw from other people's videos, and when you look up how did Claire tie her shawl, and you see other people with theirs in it, you see that they cross it and they tie it in the back, they loop it and they loop it again, and then for fashion or whatever, they would put a belt on and then have pockets and things, because women had dresses didn't have pockets, skirts, Okay. So that's the way I want to do it. So I have this one in red, and I'm making shawls because they're gonna get donated, but I wanted to, you know, like, same concept as other people too, because, you know, I've seen a lot of people out there. So I'm working on this one. It's like super red, but it gives me Laura Ingalls' shawl that she had, so that's fun and exciting. But you see how, like, this one's more like wider than it is like deeper, a little bit. So I'm working on that one, and I was playing around with it so I can then do a pattern for you guys and do a tutorial. Ugh. Okay, let's get into crocheting. That was a long-winded intro, but I figured y'all would want to hear it. And honestly, I think what I might do for mine is, it might be scrappy. I want like a scrappy one, because then I can, like, I want something that's like earth toned, but I also have like scrap. I have like leftover skeins from projects, so we'll see. Might make one super colorful and gift it, or make mine more earthy. I don't know. But yeah, sorry, long-winded, but that's what's going on. As of my dress, I have to add the remaining of the green in it. It's currently in timeout. I know I said this in my last video. It's in timeout for the simple fact that I worked on it for a week non-stop with little bitty projects in between. Like, here's my husband's cup that I need to take to the sink, but I made a little cozy for it during the snow, and it just goes on. I thought it was super cute. And then I made one for my mugs and all the things. Sorry, I try not to have this in the, there you go, in the video footage frame. Okay. So today is February 2nd, and I just want to know, what is everybody up to? What is everybody doing? You guys will probably see this tomorrow on the 3rd. But as for recording, it is February 2nd. Usually what I do is I will do a video, post it the same day, but I already have a video for today. So anyways, I want to know, has everybody been back to school? How's the roads, you know, weather where you are? It's currently 10 degrees outside, and we got a little bit of flurries. And today was the first time in over a week. The kids go to school Friday? Not Friday, but like Friday before. Yeah, they did. They went to school Friday. See, everything blurs together. Oh man. Cause they went back to school after winter break, and then they had to take a couple of days off, and then they went back to school, and then it just all blurs. It's blurred together, but I think they went to school. They got out on a Friday, had homework packets for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So they had the weekend. The Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was snow days, and they decided to close the remaining round of the week off. So they had homework packets online that we could not access Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, and then went back to school today. So today was the first time that we left the house, because I'm recovering from hip surgery. I was a year as of January 29th, but it was more than just my hip. It was my leg and my pelvic floor, so I have to be pretty cautious. Plus I have muscular dystrophy, Charcot-Marie tooth, and ice and snow is not my best friend, so I have to be very, very, very careful. So precautions, didn't leave unless we absolutely had to, and the kids went back to school. So I'm just staying indoors, catching up on chores, mellowing out from just video games and kiddos, and which, like, I love my kids. I think we all should love our kids, and they're not a hindrance, but it's just nice to have peace and quiet and solitude. Daniel, though, it started snowing that Saturday. It started snowing when he was about right before he got off of work, if I remember correctly, because the roads weren't bad. They weren't even remotely bad when he got home. And then Sunday he was off anyways, but we couldn't go anywhere because of the snow. So then Monday we still couldn't go anywhere, and we still couldn't go anywhere. So Sunday, what he did was, Monday, he had to call off work, but he had to go on Tuesday. And they worked 5 days last week. So what happened was, Monday, he sat there and he shoveled as much as what he could to get like a path to get his car in and out, and then he moved my car back. So my car was more clear than what it was where it was parked by the house. However, still in our driveway, but sun could beat on it and things, but there was like ice all around my car. So we were like fighting with just the different things. And so what he did was he parked at the end of the driveway so he didn't have to go too far and everything, and then he walked up and down. But it's slick. My wheelchair ramp, super slick. So like sidewalks, ridiculous. They're done for. I'm not gonna be able to get out my power chair if we wanted to go for a walk or anything. So it's just life, you know? Just life. Maybe next will crochet along with me. We will work on my dress. That'll be fun and exciting. So I'll probably work on that one. I really need to get that done. It's now officially February, and I gotta get that done. You know what I realized? We haven't taken trash down in 2 weeks because of the weather. Like, everything was postponed because of Martin Luther King Day, and things got behind, and then weather, and then just... But, you know, like, we haven't used that much trash, all things considered. Now, granted, like, don't get me wrong, like, we eat chicken nuggets in this house, and, already made burritos and mac and cheese, and we are not a whole food, holistic, what do they call it, there's a crunchy, I think they're called, like, crunchy moms or something. We're not that family, but I have been making more, like, homemade potato soups, and, like yesterday we had egg roll soup. Is that what we had? Yeah, we had egg roll soup. Super good. And there wasn't that much, there wasn't that much packaging. We made like grilled cheese sandwiches for leftovers with the soup. We had a pack of sourdough bread that was given to us, and we were using that to dip in the potato soup. So, like, just all these different things. Today, sorry, backtrack. I had an IBS flare up. So it started Sunday. What is today? Tuesday? No, sorry. Started Saturday. Started Saturday after Daniel went to work. And then I was okay. I had to take some Tylenol. I was okay. And then my stomach flared so hard. It was bad. And that was last night. It was after we ate. And then it was so bad. So Saturday I had to take some Tylenol. I took Tylenol twice that day. Did what I could. Yesterday it hurt really bad, and then today it hurt. I did the same thing. I had to run back to the house and get it as fast as I could, just so I could make it. TMI. I know. But I don't understand it. I'm still going through the same issues. I don't know what causes my flare-ups because nothing's consistent. It's like anything and everything can cause my stomach to flare up. I can, promise you, I could be on a water fast or whatever, like water and crackers, and it's as if I have a stomach bug. And I'm like, what? I could have the right amount of fiber intake that I could need. I could be avoiding all the foods that would cause a flare up, all the triggers, and it happens. And then I could eat those foods, and I could eat them for a month, months, a year, whatever. And then one day my stomach decides that, hey, nope, we're done with this. Let's flare up. And then the foods that did bother me don't bother me, and the foods that didn't bother me now do bother me. And I just I don't understand. I don't understand because I never know. I was eating chicken for a while, and because it didn't bother my stomach. And then one day it was like, hey, baked chicken, hey, let's cause a flare up every single time you eat it. And it wasn't the way it was being made. It wasn't the seasonings. It wasn't, I don't know. And then I would avoid it, and I would eat randomly throwing this out there, I would eat, say, summer sausages that would upset my stomach for a while. Summer sausages then don't hurt my stomach. Soda would upset my stomach. And then one day, the same brand that used to upset my stomach didn't upset my stomach. And then about 6 months later, hey, my stomach decides to not want to drink it. And I'm not saying I drink soda excessively. I'm just saying, I do drink soda. I'd probably have one once a day, but it just doesn't make sense as to why my stomach does what it does. Oh, and then, I've noticed, too, it doesn't matter the water that I drink or where it comes from. 15 minutes later, in the bathroom, doubling over. I don't understand. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, boy. So my dog has on... okay, we call them the twins, right? Because my 5-year-old was born almost 2 weeks to when our puppy was born. So we had a dog. She was my mom's dog, and we were taking care of her for a little bit. And then she ended up having puppies in my house, and we kept one. So we call them the twins because even though they're almost 2 weeks apart, they're the same age. Anyways, we know they're not twins, okay? But my youngest is now big enough for his clothes to fit the dog, and it's so funny. I think this next growth spurt, they will officially be in the same size. But my my youngest likes to wear hoodies just like I do, where they're like a little bit baggy, you know? And like, yes. Yeah, when we put on the dog, like, we do have to roll up the sleeves, and it's like little, you know, a little baggy, and but it's just so funny. So my dog has a bright neon yellowish green hoodie that says Black and Decker on it, and it's so funny. It's so funny. But he's currently got that on, living his best life. It made me chuckle when we put it on him. It was great. Oh, one of the games that my husband started replaying that I just love from my childhood was, I started to say the game we're playing as a home family, was Donkey Kong 64, right? Donkey Kong Country, like 64. Man, listen. That game is so much fun. Where you get Tiny. Is it Tiny? I think her name's Tiny. And you get the one where his like arms are like this. And he's like, and I just love them. You get Diddy and you get, sorry, my ear itches me. You get Donkey Kong. I love that game, right? And it's a one-player game. And my husband was playing it, and it was a blast to watch the kids see him play it. Oh man, it was so fun. And then we've been playing Dokapon. Is it Dokapon? Am I saying that right? Dokapon Kingdom. This is our second time playing that, and it was fun. So, all in all, it's been great. And then we've been playing Wobbly Life. Wobbly Life was fun. We played a little bit of Lego. Me and Daniel, this was our game. We played a little bit of Lego's Lord of the Rings. It's one of the games we've been playing. So here's the thing. You could be like, well, y'all could play board games, and y'all could do this, and y'all could do that. Like, yeah, we do, and we can. But we don't play the game systems in the spring, summer, and fall. We don't do that. We don't do that at all. They're put up. So come wintertime, because snow, really cold, bad weather, all these things, we will play the video games inside. And then what will happen is we will play the board games. So like we'll play board games in like November, December-ish, on the weekends, after school, you know, whatever, like the board games. We'll play the Harry Potter like it's not an well, we do have the expansion, but we'll play the Harry Potter game, we'll play the Avatar game, we'll play the Stardew Valley board game, we'll play like Monopoly, we'll play Uno and Life and like checkers and chess. We'll play all these different games, right? And Sorry, and then we've got like Uncle Wiggily, and like we have all these different games, right? Okay, so we'll play those. But then we try to play the video games when we can play the video games, and then in case of the power goes out or whatever happens or whatever, we will then play the board games when we can't play on like the big TV or, you know, whatever. Does that make sense? Because we do play a lot of board games. My goodness, last year, so not 2020, this is 2026, so not 2025, but 2024, I'm pretty sure we played the Harry Potter board game at least 7 times. It was just like, we would play it for about a week, and as soon as we ended year 7, we'd play it again. And I'm like, yeah, and then the Stardew Valley board game, that one was played a lot this year. It's just our house, just our life. So I'm currently getting shawls together to donate and different things. I have a blanket down in my bottom drawer that I'm waiting for the actual roads to not be so bad, to take it. So, okay, my husband has to go in that direction today to take my take my oldest to therapy. So he's gonna let me know how the roads are, and then Hopefully maybe next week the stuff should be melted enough and I can take that blanket and drop it off to Project Linus. I have that video posted on like the reveal of it. We were working on it on lives, and I don't know if the live stayed up. I couldn't figure out how to get them to stay, so I could like, I don't know, but we worked on them on lives, and then just updates and things here and there. Look how this is turning. See how it's like turning now since I started doing the like wide span. But yeah, that was like community project. Nobody sent any, like, it wasn't a thing of like you had to buy anything or purchase anything or send money. It was just engagement, and it was really fun. It was great. I'm thinking, let's see, so Daniel's off Wednesday. I'm thinking, let's see, Daniel's off Wednesday, so I'm thinking Thursday. I'm thinking Thursday. If all things are considered, I'll go live and we'll hang out. It also depends on how my stomach is. Like, I want to be able to consistently like hop on here and go live and talk to people, but in reality it depends on how like my CMT is acting up. If I'm on a good day, a bad day, my stomach, my body. Listen, my body is like, so people understand it, it's like having autoimmune disease. Okay, like it affects, because like I have the Charcot-Marie-Tooth, which is a muscular dystrophy. What is it? I don't want to say disability, but like muscular dystrophy. And then I have fibromyalgia and arthritis, which sucks. And then my left hip was so bad that it was causing my right hip to act up. So now, which then in return, because of the bus accident when I was pregnant with my oldest, messed up my pelvic floor even more. So that was all janked up, which made my right one bad, which now it's affecting my knees. And then like I have my stomach issues on top of that. So it's like, I'm not complaining. I'm grateful for my life. I love my life. But all things considered, summertime is my favorite time. But like during the winter, it's just, it's literally how my joints are feeling and my stomach. And if I fell that day, then I have to take like a day or two to recuperate. So all is well. All is well. So, like I said, I would love to just have planned days to go live, but it just doesn't happen sometimes. I will say, one thing about a shawl, well, about anything for real, but one thing about a shawl is the farther you get, the more you want to be done with it, because you feel like you should be at the end and you're not. But then like when you look back, you're like, wow, all that progress. That's fun. Okay, I think I'm going to take a break from this one and look on that red one. So let's move that to the side. So what I have left is I have all the balls over there, but I have this what's left, and this is the party color, and it's Red Heart. Yarn Inspiration color party, or color is called Party, and there's 482 yards. So I have this one, and this one that I'm working on was a full skein, And then I have partial of another one. So I'm guesstimating that in order to be done with this, I'm going to go to 70 and see where it puts me at. Maybe 70, 75 inches and see where that puts me at. And then we will go from there. Because, yeah. And I might put a border on it if I need to. So I might do a solid purple border. Like a dark purple. Like this color purple. Like darker. Hold on. Trying to like kind of slightly toss it over, but not pull out stitches. So like this color purple, but maybe like darker. But it's super fluffy and squishy, and I love it. My shawl that I started, I'll show that shawl in like a short. I'll show it in a short. But I used a smaller hook. I used the hook size that is used for the yarn, and I didn't really know that you need it more playable, I guess you would say it. So it's not really that long. It goes past my arms, but it's not like, I don't know. I think I'm just short. I'm 5 foot, so I don't think my arm span is that big. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I do plan on taking a nap. Like, I know I got dishes that need to be loaded, and I'm currently got clothes in the dryer right now, but I think today is a day of rest, given the fact that my stomach and just been go in the house, and just, I felt my knee go out quite a few times this past week from the cold, just affecting my joints. Man. So if you guys don't remember, this is what this one looks like. I need to weave in this end. So basically what I did was I took the pattern for that one, and I just, it looks so much better in person because the light's not giving it justice. And it's bending. Hold on a second. It looks like it's curling because like this is up here, but I promise you when I lay it down, it's flat. But isn't that so pretty? I think it's so pretty. So pretty. Alright. I think this is up to, was it 30? It can't be 36 inches. I don't remember what this one's at. Hold on. Sorry. Alright, let's see. I just started this one today. Again. It was a bottom up granny stitch, so where you start from the bottom and you increase, but I can't figure out how to. Well, here's the thing. I would have to use a bigger hook. I think I was using a size 5 or a size 6. I don't remember what I was using. I think I was using a size 6. And I was like, okay, if I make this even more drapier, I might need to use a size 8. So then I take it all apart anyways, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay, let's see. We are at, in a little bit of wiggle room. We're at about 14. If I do, okay, here's 14. And then let me take 14 to the side stitch. Yeah, we're at 14 and a half. And that one that I'm working on, wingspan, it's currently at 47. So I think this one works up faster. Okay, I'm gonna hop off of here. Probably take a nap. My body hurts. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys. Bye guys. I'm so sorry. Bye guys.